Hey guys, welcome to my channel BitGlenn. My name's Glenn and I like to share with you what I learn in the world of cryptocurrency as I go through it. So in today's video I wanted to discuss a coin that I think has potential to 5 to 10x where it is from now, and I'm going to tell you the reasons why I think it has that potential and have a quick overview of the project of itself. So I hope you like this content. Let's get right into it. So before we get into today's main topic, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone that's been smashing the like button, everyone that's subscribed and everyone that comments in these videos down below. It doesn't mean I want you to stop there though. I want you to keep smashing that like button. If you like this style of content and me looking at some of the other cryptocurrencies out there other than the big boys, Bitcoin and Ethereum, then smash that like button for me. And also, if you're new to this channel, if you found my channel because you're interested in this project, then please click the subscribe button, and you can also tick that little bell notification so you know when I go live next. If you want to contact me on a more one-to-one level, you can either comment in the comment section down below, or you can message me on Twitter, which is @BitGlenn, or you can chat with me and my team BitGlenn, which is me and about 250 other BitGlenn followers. We've been talking about things in cryptocurrency now for 3 years. There's no shilling, no scams, no referral links. It's just good old conversation about cryptocurrency. So feel free to search for Team BitGlenn in Telegram. Anyway, that's enough of me shilling my social medias. Let's get into today's main topic, and that is the token that I feel has the biggest potential to explode in the next couple of months, or in this next bull run at least, and that is a token called Trustswap. So what is Trustswap? Trustswap essentially is going to be a wallet that has a really good user interface. Now, don't lose me just yet. I know some of you are going to be saying, oh God, I've seen loads of wallets and they all do the same thing, and they do. They do send and receive. Some wallets have more tokens than others. That's about it. They all typically do the same thing. And just to give you an example, one of my favorite wallets is actually MetaMask. But with MetaMask, all you can do is buy or send. You can view your activity, and it can hold any ERC20 tokens. That's it. Send and receive. So what's going to be different with Trustswap? Well, apparently they're going to be an evolutionary in DeFi transactions. They're going to offer things like escrows, time release payments, smart swaps, token sale launchpad, and tokenized assets. So slightly more features than your usual wallet. But let's get into the actual nitty-gritty of what that means. So the guy who created this platform has created other cryptocurrency platforms. The biggest one was just recently Uptrend. Uptrend is a social media platform that has performed really well since its inception. A lot of YouTubers are talking about coming over to Uptrend, but me personally, I haven't been too impressed with social media crypto backed platforms. They tend to run slowly, so it's not been something that I've personally been interested in, but I know that Uptrend has done very well in price and also the actual social media side. So that's really good. He's coming from a background where he's already created a successful cryptocurrency based project. But the reason that this came about was actually because of Uptrend. So according to Jeff, a venture capital firm approached him for Uptrend and said, look, we want to be an early investor. We'd like to offer you £50,000 for said amount of coins. Now, obviously, you could imagine being an early investor, they're going to get a huge discount off of these coins of whatever they were worth at the time. But bear in mind, obviously, this is at the start of the project. So the coins might have been worth 1/10 of a cent, and they're getting a discount on that. So he said, yeah, sure, that is fine. I don't mind doing that. But I don't want you to just get a load of the tokens and just dump it on the market, so that really, before they've even got going, the price has already started to tank. Now, for some projects, that could literally kill the project, because a lot of people would say, big investors, if they don't believe in it, then why should I trust my money with it? So then, therefore, projects could struggle. Now, I like the fact that Jeff actually thought about the investors. He could have just took the money and just said, yeah, okay, I'll take your 50,000, do whatever you want with the coins. You know, that's his prerogative. But he actually thought ahead and thought, hang on a minute, this could affect the project, but also the investors that are getting into it. So he said to them, can't I release you the tokens over a period of time so that you don't just dump them all at one hit? And they said, yeah, that's absolutely fine, but we need a solicitor or a lawyer agreement written up in principle before we send you the money. And he said, well, how much is that going to cost? And they said about 5 to 10% of the overall investment. So you're looking $5,000 that he's going to lose out in just lawyer fees before he's even received this money. And he's given them tokens at a discounted price. This is all very anti against the actual project themselves. They're getting less money to start the project up with, and they're having to spend money straight off the bat to even receive this money. So he said, look, with Ethereum, we're an ERC20 token. Surely there must be a contract in place, a smart contract, where I can just deposit a load of coins to it and it slowly releases them to you. And he found that there wasn't. He said that he went on loads of forums and he said, is there, this feature available anywhere? And they said, no, there isn't. There's nothing you can do like that. Now, you can do that. You can create a smart contract, but not everyone can go and create a smart contract. You have to make sure that the code is right, it's been verified, there's no bugs in it. So he said, right, I'm going to have to create it. So he went out and created a smart contract based on Ethereum for time released payments. This is something like in the UK what we would refer to as a direct debit mandate. So whenever you sign up to a gym or for your TV license or Sky subscription, you set up a direct debit mandate. If you're in the UK, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We've done many of these. We do them all the time. And you agree to pay a set amount of money every single month until obviously your service with that provider comes to an end. This is exactly what he's trying to make, but with cryptocurrency. We haven't got this in cryptocurrency because all you can do is send and receive. That's it. So he's been teaming up with obviously loads of big famous YouTubers, so he's really getting the brand name out there, which is really good marketing. He's offering a tokenized launch platform as well. So if you want to go to Trustswap and say, look, I want to create a project, I've got this idea in mind and I want to create this token, I want to release it on your platform. They're going to do a launch pad so you can launch it off the Trustswap platform. It'll be offered to anyone who's got the wallet. But there's some really big news that came out about this the other day, but I'll get into that in a second. They're also referring to them, instead of ICOs, they're calling them TCOs, which is Trustswap coin offerings, which is quite catchy. And they're also offering a wrap service. Now, what this means is that if you're creating a new token, let's just say you're creating it on Neo or EOS or Cardano, but you want the ERC20 functionality. You want to be widely accepted on all the different exchanges. Well, they may say, well, actually, we haven't got Cardano sort of code in our exchange yet, and we can't release sort of altcoins based on that platform. Whereas these guys are offering a wrapping service where essentially you will have your coin on the Cardano blockchain, but you will be able to wrap it around Ethereum so that it actually coincides with all the current ERC20 token sort of tech and features, wording, which is awesome if you've got your project planned for saying, but you want the features of Ethereum. I don't know why you just wouldn't set it up on Ethereum in the first place. There's the best platform. But there you go. So this is a bit about the time release payments. And I think this is going to be huge because if you look at most business models nowadays, if you take in, let's just say, if you guys have ever heard of Ring doorbell, you have this little camera that you stick on your front door. And I remember listening to when they were starting up, they actually went to some investors and said, look, we've got this idea for this camera that goes on your door, and people will be able to look at it on their iPhone and they'll be able to answer and say, yeah, leave the package around the back. Well, they almost lost investment, even though that's a good idea already. They almost lost investment because investors were saying, "Where's the subscription service side of it?" And they were like, "Oh, we don't know. Like, what do you mean?" And they said, "You need to have a subscription service, otherwise, we won't invest in you." So some investors now are only investing in projects if they've got some sort of subscription-based model. So Ring Doorbell actually had to create this subscription service where you can actually go back and replay any events that have happened. If you guys have ever had the Ring, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But essentially they created a subscription-based model out of that. And there's loads of them like that. You look at Amazon Echoes and Alexas, the device is actually quite cheap. Now, if you went back a few years, that would have been a lot more expensive device, but what they're doing is they want it in everyone's homes, because then you're signing up to Amazon Music, Amazon Prime, you know, the little tablets that they offer. You sign up to their book subscription service. It's very clever, because once you've got that device and you fall in love with it, you're going to pay a subscription to that service essentially forever until you've decided that you don't want to use it no more and you want to come away from that company. But again, we don't have this in the world of cryptocurrency. So these guys are going to be releasing these time released payments. So essentially, if you watching this video and me, let's say we have an agreement. I agree to pay you 1 Ethereum a month, and you're going to create all my thumbnails for these videos. Well, you're going to have to either chase me up every single month, because otherwise I'll forget to send you the right amount on the exact day. Or you can go to a platform like this and actually we agree on a smart contract where I pay you 1 Ethereum per month for the next year. Me, on this end, I would actually deposit 12 Ethereum to the platform, and then the smart contract will just release it to you one at a time. Now, if you stop providing me with the service that I want, I can just end the smart contract. I can say, right, stop paying them now. Now this is key, because that means I can set this up, forget about it, get on with my day-to-day life, and if anything happens where I'm like, something's not right here, I can just end that agreement, get my Ethereum back out of it, which is awesome. I think that's a very unique use case in just Trustswap. I haven't heard any other companies that are doing this, and you can set it so it pays the exact same day every week or every month. So that the people on the other end, they know exactly where they're at. They know that they're going to have money come through on this date and time. They're also going to be offering token swap, so a bit like what we've seen with KNC and Uniswap a bit. So it's going to be like a decentralized platform, and they are very hot at the moment, very, very popular. So that is awesome. They're also going to be offering this ICO, or they're calling it TCO, so where you can get your hands on all the latest coins that are being offered on the platform, which is awesome. They're saying they're going to be cost effective, and they're going to have the Ethereum ecosystem integration, a universal token wrapping service, realistic goals. So if you're looking to create a new platform, a new token, obviously the bull run is the perfect time to do that, but platforms like Trustswap are making it a lot easier for you to do that. Now, as well as offering all these services, you may be saying to yourself, well, why do you need a Trustswap token? That's a very good point, because I wondered the same myself. Why would you need this token? Now, they are offering staking, but so are a lot of other people, so that's not going to do it on its own. They're offering governance, so you can actually vote. Like, if you feel that a project's a bit scamming, you don't want it to be uploaded to this platform, potentially you could use your tokens to vote with your money. But this is a really big feature. They're offering 50% off in fees when using swap tokens. So if you look at ERC20 tokens or Ethereum gas fees at the moment, they're sky high. Like, just to send some Ethereum, I paid about $7 earlier, which is huge. But they're saying they'll offer 50% off. So that already would have gone down to, say, £3.50. So that's already a big use case for the token already. It's also got a maximum supply of 100 million, but they're saying that it will go down over time because tokens will be burned with each transaction. So the amount of trust tokens that are going to be available are going to become less and less and less. And 100 million really in the world of cryptocurrency is not an overly huge amount obviously I'm used to seeing projects come out with 1 billion max supply, 10 billion, 100 billion. Silly numbers you see sometimes, but this is 100 million and it's going to go down over time. So therefore you would imagine that the tokens are over time going to become more and more valuable. Now what came out on their Twitter feed, now they released some new sort of news, huge news that really rocketed the price of the coin over the last week or so, and that was this tweet here. It says, huge new addition to the Trustswap Launchpad. Every project that goes through the Launchpad will be airdropping 2% of their total supply exclusively to swap holders. The amount you earn from each airdrop will be directly proportional to your swap holdings. This made the price of the token almost double in the space of a day or so. If we have a look at the price chart, currently it's at 90 cents. It's actually gone up while I've been recording this video. It was about 87 cents a minute ago. There you go, about 88. And if we have a look at this chart here for since they've came out mid-July, so only a month or so ago, they're at a third of a cent. And now we're talking about it being worth almost 90 cents. So I can't work out that math, but it's something like 180x from where it was. But you can see that it had a massive boom in price only a couple of days ago because of that tweet that came out. Now this has already been going up as it is, but with that news, that means that any token that gets released on the Trustswap platform, and bearing in mind their mainnet hasn't gone live yet, they've already got some projects that are starting up. Now we've seen this before with EOS. I remember EOS holders were going to get airdrops, but this is slightly different. Trustswap are saying that each project that goes with Trustswap have to give all the token holders at least 2% of their overall supply of tokens. So this is huge. This means if you just hold the Trustswap token or stake it, so you're accumulating more of them, you are going to start receiving these tokens come through. Now apparently if you have this in any RCR20 token wallet, you will start receiving these tokens. Now annoyingly with MetaMask you have to go in and individually customly add new tokens all the time, which is fine, you can do that. But some of the other wallets out there, they will actually show if you receive any balance of any ERC20 token. I believe Trust Wallet is one of them. So you'll be able to just hold this token and you'll be getting a supply of all the new ICOs and new tokens that are released on the platform. So now you can just dump those tokens. I don't know, a lot of them will probably be shitty tokens, but out of say 100, one of them, especially in this bull market, is going to 10x, 100x, and you may find yourself making like a decent chunk of money from all these different coins. Now I'm not promising that, but I'm just saying that as the tokens get released on this platform, people are just going to say, right, how do I get on the next ICO? Oh, I need to buy Trustswap token. So I can see this really picking up. I can actually see a coin like this working its way onto the coin market cap, or CoinGecko as I like to use, within the top sort of 50 to 70 anyway. I don't think anything's changing in the sort of top 10 to 15 anytime soon in the next few weeks. They will change over time, but I can see this coin really sort of being up there in the top sort of 60 or 50 because I've seen coins like this go up sort of social media or sort of new DeFi projects working their way up. I mean, if we look at say Band Protocol, that only came out a little while ago. You got Nest is a new one. Yearn Finance, that only came out a couple of weeks ago. So Ample Fourth, they're working their way up. Any that get sort of any traction are working their way up into the sort of top 50 to 70, like really good projects. So I can see that being here soon. Now, but if we look at their market cap, to get, let's just say from the top 50, you need a market cap of about 300 million. Now, working your way down, let's say in the top 80, you need about 169 million. So there's the difference there. Now, if we look at where they're at now, they're currently, based with that price of the token being at 88 cents, they're currently ranked 159. That means that they've got a long way to go. Their total market cap at the moment is 57 million. So even if it only got up to 80 in the total market cap, it means that this is going to have to triple in price already. So already then we're talking about a price of $2.40, $2.50. Now, if it gets all the way up to sort of top 50, which is not unrealistic, I'm not being unrealistic here. I'm not one of those guys that's going to start putting on Twitter, oh, I think Trustswap's going to overtake Bitcoin anytime soon, you know, a bit like the Hex community. I do think that this has potential to sort of go up to $3, $4, $5. Now, this is based on today's market caps. Who knows what's going to happen over the next 6 months, because I feel we're at the start of a bull run. When things start to get really crazy, those same tokens that I'm showing you, they won't have 170 million market cap. They will have a 500 million market cap. I know it sounds silly, but that's what happened in 2017, and I can see it happening now. Some of these coins are already just overnight, like we saw YAM, the yield farming one, that had a market cap of 60 million, and it was a complete shit coin, and it went straight to zero. So it can happen. And for that to happen, if obviously Trustswap then works its way up into those positions, then you're talking about it 10xing from where we're at the moment. So I think it can happen, and especially as they only have a max supply of 100 million, and that's going to go down over time. So there's going to be less of the coins. It says that 65 million of them are in circulation already, which means there's 35 million still not in circulation. So I assume that's being held by the Trustswap team. Remember, the mainnet launch doesn't happen till the end of this month. So I would imagine that this is, as times goes on, I can see this going up in price, especially in the next month or so with that mainnet launch. Then you're going to be offering the staking rewards. Then you're going to be getting all the new ICO airdrops on top of them staking rewards as well. So it's going to be a very desirable coin at that point in time. So I can see this really exploding in price as the bull market gets deeper. If you look at all their metrics on Etherscan, I've been looking at this for a couple of days. Their wallet addresses have gone from like 1,500 when I looked at it a little while ago. Now they're up to 8,500 addresses. Their transactions have doubled recently. So yeah, this is really good sort of data metrics that are going on that you can verify yourself. So I really like the look of this project. I really like the CEO Jeff, and their advisors are Box Mining, the guy who apparently set up CoinMarketCap or something like that, and Ivan on Tech. That's why you've seen them do interviews with him first before anyone else. I'd love to get him on this channel one day because he seems like a cool guy who's got some really cool ideas. Obviously, some of the worries is that, is he trying to do too much at once? He did post on his Twitter that 2 of his projects are now trending. So he put here a few days ago, both my projects are trending on CoinGecko. So this is like the most popular coins that are searched that day. And you can see here that Uptrend down here and also Trustswap were both in the top search coins of the day. But he says 1 month ago people were taking shots at me because they said I was spreading myself in. Those people clearly failed to realise the power of synergy. So he seems to be juggling in it fine. He's got this social media platform that he's growing, and also now this new token. So we'll see what happens with Jeff. Hopefully he isn't going to be like that guy from EOS who sort of created loads of different projects and went from one to the other, and they sort of just slowly fizzled out after he left. Hopefully that won't happen with him, but I can imagine big things for this coin, and because it's such a low market cap at the moment, I can really see this at least 3 to 5xing within the next couple of months, and obviously from there further down the line I can see it 10xing. So if you want to grow your wealth, you have to say to yourself, what's more likely to happen, this coin 10xing or Bitcoin 10xing? Now I know that there's a lot of Bitcoin maximalists out there that will be screaming saying, that, you know, another guy shilling a coin. I'm not doing that. I'm just talking about a project that I find interesting. And during this market, you look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. I mean, Ethereum has done well recently, but I honestly believe that investing in small projects like this as long as they're good projects, they're not just absolute shitcoins, and they actually say what they're going to do, they can really ramp up the amount of Bitcoin that you can accumulate. This is like, someone said to me the other day, and it is so true, it's like the mining of 2016. 2016, everyone was rushing to buy the biggest, baddest ASIC miner to mine the most amount of Bitcoin. Well, projects like this, you can invest $1,000, $2,000, whatever it is that you can afford. Remember, only invest what you're willing to lose. This could go to zero tomorrow, but you could put your money in that and it could 10x. And with that $1,000 initial investment, you could transfer that wealth into one whole Bitcoin. Then you can see the run up of Bitcoin if that 10x is later down the line. So therefore, you're now 20x in your money from that initial $1,000. So that's where I think we're at the moment. I was a bit skeptical about start talking about altcoins again because I've been burnt in the past, but I really do like this project. I really like the look of it. I like the marketing. I like the website, the white paper, what they're planning on doing. And if we have a look at, I found this really interesting. I found this image from a website called Crypto Differ. It's an Ethereum D5 ecosystem. If we have a look at all the companies that are in different categories, they're offering very similar services to each other and they're grouped in different categories. So if we look at, say, decentralized exchanges, you have AirSwap, Bancor, obviously Uniswap, Atomex, Switch.0 Network, Fork Delta. They're all competing off each other. They're all offering a very similar service in the ERC20 token atmosphere, and they're all taking bites of the pie out of each other. Then we've got analytics, asset management tools. So in that one, you've got Coinbase, MetaMask, Awabi Wallet, Abra, Fetch, Button Wallet, Trust Wallet. Again, all sort of competing off each other for obviously people's time and attention. We also have DeFi instructor and dev tooling, decentralized lending, asset tokens, KYC and identity, payments, marginal trading. If you have a look at all of these, none of them are offering time release payments. So this means that Trustswap is going to have a first mover advantage. I'm sure there'll be 2 or 3 projects that are doing a very similar thing in the next couple of months, because that's what cryptocurrencies do. There's normally 5 other projects. They will probably sound very similar to Trustswap and they'll have a logo that looks very similar to it, but Trustswap will have the first mover advantage. And you've got to think of all these platforms that might in the future start accepting Trustswap as an actual payment solution. So Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, all these subscription services, will they start looking at Trustswap and saying, yeah, we'll accept Ethereum through this because we know it's guaranteed to come through every month on the same day? If they do, this will absolutely skyrocket. So I really like the idea behind it. I like the theory. I like what they're doing at the moment and how they're approaching this. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think I'm onto a winner here? Can you see this coin 10xing over the next year or so? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please comment down below. Or you can message me on Twitter at BitGlenn. Or if you want to join Team BitGlenn, where some of the other guys, they have different opinions. They think other coins are going to do well over the next 6 months, not this Trustswap. So if you want to join that and join in with the conversation, go over to Telegram and search Team BitGlenn. Don't forget to smash that like button if you've liked this content, and also click the subscribe button if you're new to this channel, and also tick that little bell notification so you're notified next time I upload a video or if I go live, which I do every now and then. That's it from me, guys. I hope you like that content and I'll see you on the next video from myself. Bye, guys.